I really want to edit, but I don't want to sit at my desk. If you feel this too, this will make it easier. At least I hope. I was listening to other artists, creators, and a lot of them said to turn your area into more of a playful feel. Rosalia, the artist, she actually edits with her laptop on her stomach as she lays down, so it doesn't feel so like work ish when you're sitting at a desk. It kind of takes the inner child play out of it, because when you're a little kid, you're not like sitting at a desk, and if you are, it's because you have to do homework. It's not like you're playing like that. I don't know about you, but I can't edit like this because I have a huge desktop. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to just add all these kid like things that I relate to and that kind of sink me into my inner child, right? And also like learning how to tap in with the body, right? Tap in. Oh, I think this is about done. Whew. Yeah, so when I first put these on, they were super wet. Now they're dry as a rock. Rock, 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 rock. Ooh, I made it. Anyway, so this is what I'm going to do. So the idea is to turn your creative space into a playful area so that you don't feel like you're going to work, right? Because what I've been noticing is that I do want to edit, but when I stare at my desk, I subconsciously feel like I'm going to work, and then I start to dread it, and then I get sidetracked, and then I try to find other things to do other than what I really want to do. So I heard, I was watching Rosalia's creative process interview, and she talks about how like when she writes, she lays down on a couch, and she puts the laptop on her stomach, and that's so that it feels less of like work feel, and your creativity is more likely to come out, because based on just what a lot of like artists and just teachers, I guess, they talk about how like your creativity comes from playing, which comes from your inner child, which is a mixture of your subconscious and with not thinking but feeling, right? So I'm trying to figure out what I could do that will like make my desk area feel more like a playground versus a work situation. And I grew up with Pokemon, and I love that I have this idea of just adding my Pokemon on my desk. So let's see if this trains my subconscious to make this more of a play feel and not so much going to work. So, did you grow up with Pokemon? And what was your favorite? I think I went through so many different Pokemon phases, right? Because I like Scyther for sure, Squirtle. Oh, I should probably get Squirtle. Squirtle's right there. Charizard. But I'm drawn to Pikachu right now. And that's because like Pikachu was not like an easy catch, right? She would throw the ball away or back because she didn't want to get caught. That's kind of how I feel right now. I don't want to get caught. Just want to feel. Should I put them together like that? Okay. Just leave it like that. I don't know why I cut that. Shit. I cut that too. Just leave it like that. That doesn't look like cohesive. Okay, so let's just. I have this new roommate. He's the third one since last May. And I like him. I don't talk to him much, but I like him, and his noise doesn't bother me. But I think it's because he reminds me of my brother, and he's a dog owner, right? So people who are dog owners are just different. There's a vibe. Like, I could hear him getting up half asleep, and he's feeding his dog. And right now, I don't know if you can hear him, but he's stomping, but it just kind of gives me like a brother feel. I wish it was my brother, but my brother has other shit going on. Maybe one day it'll happen. Okay, so let's see. Perfect. Let me get these two tattoos. Got my little ball here, put that there. And just so that this doesn't look off, I'm gonna have to cut this. Now these are just different things to do to try to feel more creative when you're at your desk, because if it feels like work, your inner child, your creativity is gonna just go to shit. And some people say go outside, but I feel way more distracted being outside because I want to be like doing stuff, right? And if I go to a cafe, I'm even more distracted because I'm gonna be talking to people for sure. Like, I love talking to people, so there's no way. But I do want to make it a habit this year to be a regular at a cafe and not spend so much time here. But the only reason too is like I don't have a laptop that actually is mobile right now. So I do have my Mac, but I dropped coffee on it like a few months ago. So the screen doesn't work, which is why I have this huge monitor. So I connected an HDMI cord so that I could use it until I have enough income to purchase the new one, which I'm going to be getting it in a couple weeks. I just have to be patient. I have a brand deal that I signed with a personal brand. Sent her the contract today. Now it's just a matter of having her review it, accept it, and that's it. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get in here. Alright, doesn't have to be perfect. So I purchased off-brand ink for my brother's computer. No, like brother's company, not like my brother, and the ink didn't work. But as I'm cutting this, I'm realizing that it's going to be for some reason I'm feeling that once I get the proper ink, that's going to be another game changer in my art. I don't know, I'm feeling that because I could print out whatever I want. Do you hear that? That's a dog. She goes up there. Okay, look at that. It's cute. Now I'm realizing. See, if I wouldn't have done this, I wouldn't really feel really happy right now. I feel really happy. Okay. Put this ball somewhere. Yeah, like you don't have to force your space, right? Like if this is where you're going to be creating magic, it has to be something that your subconscious, your body's like puts you into this happy place. And Pokemon takes me back to when I used to collect these cards. Oh, it gives me another reason. for this week, 1 week straight, I was finding Pokemon cards. I'll show you. 2 Pokemon cards. Look. This is a sign. This is a sign. Perfect. Okay. So I have that. Should I get Charizard? This is cute. I love it. Okay. So, excuse me. Now, how can I put this? Put this like that. Okay. So let's see how I can add this to my desk. Something where it makes it feel less of work and more play. More personality, that's perfect. What else? Okay. These little Pokeballs. I'm gonna cover Pikachu's face. Okay. I think that should be okay. What else? I could put my cards here. Or I could write on here. Playground. This is your playground. Is your playground. That's good. I mean, it's not supposed to be perfect. It's not like I could predict what is going to work. I could just try. So when you're putting your little space together, remember that. It's not supposed to be like something that you know off the bat. It's just about trying. Okay, so now I want to write things, right? Subjects, that's cool. Arc is what's different at the end. Okay. So the idea is to tell your subconscious that you are having fun. All right. This is fun time. Okay, so I'm gonna say you're in fun time. Play. Let little sniper come out. So Sniper is my artist name. Veronica is my legal name. So that. What is the character feeling? I'm drawn to pink right now. It's interesting. Okay, so, alright, so come and play. You know, I've never been drawn to pink, but lately it's like something about it. It's making me feel like pink is where I need to be. Okay, let's see. You're in fun time play, let little sniper out. Should I, oops. I want to make sure it doesn't, okay, that was perfect. Woo, we're getting places. You're in fun time play, let little sniper out. So, how does this feel? Tap into your, how do you feel? Happy. Okay. How is the, I need to write, what effects do you hate? What is the momentum that are helping people get to where they want to go? This is why you gotta be clear. Okay, so now I don't know what that means. So I'm gonna put that here. Okay. Who do I seek to serve? What do they believe? What do they believe? And if you could get clear about what they believe, then you can be of service. I don't really know what that means right now. Okay, goal. Set God when you find this thing that causes some people shame, and build a story around it that can turn into pride and affirmation. You can build a brand. What pain, shame do people have around content? Goal is set God when you find this. Tension. This might not work. I might not get, but I might get left behind. Wanting two things as though. Okay. Either I have an expectation and a trust for you, or I don't trust, like, support, population, reputation. We need something to talk about. Connection, meaning, a chance to get to where we're going. Brand, a promise, an expectation. What do I expect from your next post? Okay. So market your perspective. Market your perspective, your work. People need the way you think. They need the map. Translate your vision, clarity of perspective. People trust process. Okay. So you're in fun time. When to reveal, when to hold back, and when to twist. Okay. So what is the character feeling? Okay, how does this feel? Okay, I can't. This is gonna bleed. So I'm gonna put editing with the arrow. How does it feel? So when I'm editing, and what is the character feeling? backstory, then edit to emotion. Functional to message, then beauty shots. Okay. Okay, da. Okay, so this is, let's write these down. Okay. So, your purpose. So write your purpose so that you could remind yourself of what it is that you're doing, right? So it's like market your perspective your process, your work, your vision, clarify a perspective, clarity. Treat your page like a classroom. Market your work. People need the way your thoughts and your insight. So to remind you to stick to being yourself. What I found out is being authentically yourself is harder because it's more vulnerability and you're not like trying to make anyone happy. You're just being yourself, and that can be harder because we're so trained to hide our shadow, to hide our truth, because people might not like it. So people trust process, right? So people trust process. Treat your channel like a classroom. Okay. How can we make this a little bit more juicy? You put so now it's added yellow, right? But it's just about like training your body, your mind into getting into this flow state, right? Instead of feeling dreadful or just not feeling creative, it's because we're not setting up our area. I don't even know what that is. Okay, so oops, so that's gonna be one. What if we change the colors, right? So that's gonna be, this is my purpose. Okay. The other one, so this one we could throw away. We need something to talk about, meaningful, a channel to get to where we're going. A brand is a promise and expectation. So brand. I have to call Dawn soon. I have a client that I need to talk to soon, so should we just keep it pink? Fuck it. So the next one is a promise and expectation. I'm not connecting with that right now. I think I'm gonna put this one there too. Either I have an expectation, and trust for you, or I don't. Trust, like, support. So personal brand is I don't know. Tension is not stress. So find a thing that causes people shame. Let's see. Tension is not stress. So this one's wanting to things at the same time, and you can't have both. Tension is this might not work. I might get left behind. What is the change you seek to make? Who are you training? Who are you trying to change? What is the change you seek to make? So find the thing that causes people shame. So for now, I feel like I'm gonna stop here for today. This, and then just remember, this happened, then this happened, but then this happened, therefore this happened. So I want to put write story first, then press play. When to reveal, when to hold back, and when to trust. The worst thing you could do to hurt your whatever is edit, then to your editor is edit, then is edit. So if you're feeling like you're dreading going to your desk, add some elements that remind you of your childhood, like Pokemon or whatever else that could help you get into the state of creating and having fun. So there's one part right here is, let me show you actually. So look, so I grew up with Pokemon, and then right, you're in a fun time, play, and then write story first, then play, and then God loves you. Oh, so I did notice that also, let's see if, am I in focus? Yeah, I did notice also another reason that I dreaded coming to my desk is because I didn't have the story organized. So one thing, before I even start editing and even looking at the footage, you want to at least write a rough outline of the story so that you could have some type of structure with the story that you want to tell, whether it is a story or something editorial. Just have some type of foundation before you throw yourself into the sandbox. So we're gonna turn this area into our sandbox, our playground, and so let's see how much of a difference that makes, and let's keep going.